You're listening to Pod Radio.
Consideration is defined as careful thought before making a decision or judgment about something. Being considered, things carefully, thoughtful of the rights and feelings of others. In this week's podcast, our hosts will share their perspective on the value of consideration, why they think it is important to be considerate towards others, and the negative impact not considerate of things can have in general. Here we go.
Hello everyone, it's Caroline Maton from 1205. So my perspectives on the value of consideration is being thoughtful of the next person and not being selfish. Being considerate is basically being careful not to harm others, especially their feelings. I think it's important to be considerate towards others because we never know what the next person might be going through. And thinking of the next person's feelings can improve the level of trust they have, and it also makes them feel better as a person. The negative impact not being considerate of others can have in general are like having a ripple effect, meaning that if I'm unkind to you, you'll be unkind to the next person, and that person will be unkind to the next, and then where does that end? And at the end of the day, people going to be thinking it's okay to treat each other so because that person treated them that way, so it's going to be like a pattern. So that's why it's important to always be kind and be considerate towards others.
Hi guys, it's Faith. Hope you're having an amazing day. My perspective on consideration is to be thoughtful and observant to the people around you, putting others' needs before your own. In other words, basically being selfless and mindful. It is important to be considerate because it helps people by reducing their problems and being careful not to hurt them, helping people who are in need and making them want to act the same way to others, creating a domino effect. Let's all be considerate to others, helping each other and becoming less selfish and more selfless. Bye!
Hey guys, it's Emilia here. My perspectives on the value of consideration is being thoughtful towards other people. Being considerate is to pay close attention to the needs, wishes, or feelings of other people. Being considerate towards people can improve the level of trust and collaborativeness among members of the community. Now, another reason of why I think it's a good value to have is because being considerate also improves the reputation of the community. I think it is important to be considerate towards others because consideration is kindness and is an act of thoughtfulness, and to be considerate about the well-being of others around you. Now, the negative impact not being considerate of others can have in general: 1, that they can be insensitive towards others, don't listen to other people, don't think things through, and very inattentive. Guys, being considerate towards other people can go a long way. And guys, that's it from me today. Bye!
Hi guys, it's Layla, and my perspective on the value of consideration is putting yourself at their place, being aware of their ideas, emotions, attitudes, desires, and circumstances. And I think it is important to be considerate towards others because no one thing does human life more need than a kind consideration of the faults of others. And everyone sins, everyone needs forbearance. Our own imperfections should teach us to be merciful. The negative impact not being considerate of others can have in general on making someone feel less about themselves. If we're not considerate, are we really trying to become better for ourselves and community? It's always okay trying to be there for others. Always listen to the other side of the story, to understand than to judge.
Hi guys, Lelita Magaga here. So guys, today I'll be sharing my values of consideration. My perspective on the value of consideration is when you consider people, like before you do anything, it shows how selfless, or shows you always try and put people's feelings before yours, and be considerate not to hurt other children. Like, also consideration, guys, is very important, as we all know, because it displays on how you not selfish on anyone and try to accommodate like everybody who is around you. Consideration is how thoughtful you are of something or someone. Guys, in my opinion, I think it is important to be considerate towards others because it can improve the level of trust and collaborativeness among members of the community. Like the negative impact not being considerate of others can have in general, or being considerate can cause lots of disrespect, where people tend to think that you put them before you, but you're actually doing the different kinds of acts of love, and it's a negative impact sometimes because you will not reciprocate the same energy you're giving out. People will not consider you when they see opportunity. People won't really be around you when you are not considerate, or when you need help, you'll be the last person people turn to. So guys, like, consideration is very, very important.
And that's a wrap, guys. I hope if you enjoyed our podcast on the value of consideration. Tune in again next week for our podcast on exam tips for the upcoming March exams. Bye.